My name is Cecily. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. My friend Charity is here with me. Charity, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. What's going on, everyone? I am Charity. I will be joining my lovely friend here. So, yeah, I'm ready to get started and talk about the foolishness.
Yes, so tonight we are going to be talking about Married at First Sight. I think we're on season 12. And the honeymoon is over, ladies and gents. It is over. Little background, if you don't know, this season we're in Atlanta. There's 5 couples. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start off. The couples have moved into their apartments. They went on vacation to Las Vegas. It's COVID. So no real honeymoon here.
I know they go through COVID testing and everything, but who would ask? I mean,
come on. It's COVID. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing, right?
I mean, I guess. I mean, here we are.
It's better than nothing. I mean, I think they got to go somewhere. And Vegas is like Sin City. Anyway.
Mexico's open, but okay, cool. Nonetheless, we're here to talk about.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Married at First Sight. So basically, in this episode, you're going to see the couples. They move into their apartments. You know, now Married at First Sight. Everybody gets an apartment. Blah blah blah. So let's get right into it. I am going to start off with my faves. Fan favorite, I think, Brianna and Vincent.
Are they a fan favorite?
Oh, well, they're my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my favorite.
I'm just saying, this episode kind of really showed a lot about.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. But in the beginning, we're starting off strong. So, well, I take that back. We're not starting off strong because Brianna, my girl Brianna, you're nitpicking. Just
hold on. She told this man he need to take his shoes off at the door. Mind you,
out of my head.
But I don't require, everybody to.
I mean, can we greet?
Take your shoes off at the door.
Can we greet?
White. And he was like, oops, I got my shoes.
I think he was trying to give her a hug and I need you to drop your shoes at the door. Her dog is there. That's another story. Every couple has at least 1 or 2 dogs this season. I love dogs, but do we need multiple dogs in the house? In an apartment?
I felt like, yeah, between all the dogs from this episode, like they can start a kennel, a doggy daycare. I don't know. I have too many animals, more than I would like to see.
Yeah. But anyway, so moving on. That's basically it. They go see each other's apartment. They seem very positive. Pastor Cal comes in and talks to them later on in the episode, and he asks, a very important question: how are you guys communicating? And
I love how they love to just do that googly eye looking at each other. Like, when do y'all say something? Come on now.
Right. They're so in love. They've been, I feel like this is the person for me. And, Pastor Kyle was like, be honest, like, what's really going on? Like, how have you guys really been communicating? And I can tell that Vincent, bless his heart, he seems so sweet. To me, he seems really sweet, but he's also the type who seems, if you make me upset, it's gonna be an issue. So that's it. I noticed that in him, and definitely later on in the episode, we gonna put it over.
That was that his cousin tried to warn?
Yes, you are right. They did say that at the reception.
Try to warn him. I mean,
yeah. So they tried to warn him, and she was like, he was like, I just want to feel. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was like, I want to feel respected. I think it's all about her delivery too. Like,
so here's my thing. So the note that I had for that scene. Mm-hmm. So I really feel, well, first, Vincent, he just needs to stop beating around the bush. He was trying to soften the blow, like just say what needs to be said.
Well, I think he's trying to be nice and he doesn't want to hurt her feelings because.
But we married, so I mean.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
It needs to be said instead of like beating around the bush. So
just say it, and are you talking about the scene in the bed? Because now she's like, well,
no, I'm still on the scene with Pastor.
Oh, Pastor. Oh, yeah. She was like, oh, yeah. What am I doing?
low, and it was just like, come on, like Vincent just said, be direct, say what needs to be said.
Say what you want to say.
Yeah, and then I think like Brianna was really missing what he was trying to say. So
yeah.
You know how somebody says something to you, but you interpret it differently.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I think it kind of went over her head a little bit, honestly.
He did that when they were at, I think, skydiving in Vegas. Like, he was saying something, but she was like, I feel like, I don't want to be rude. But that's not what he was saying. He wasn't saying that you were rude. What he was saying, pretty much you bossy and leave alone.
You're bossy and be quiet. I have one mom, basically, and, that's it. And also, too, Pastor Kyle was asking them, have you guys talked about finances? Have you guys talked about kids? They claim they're on the same page, but I do remember my girl Brianna, she was like, I mean, I don't want kids, like, anytime soon. But they both said a couple years, but I feel like that's gonna come into play later because I think he really wants kids right now, and I think she's kind of like, I want to travel. I'm trying to when outside open back up, I'm trying to be outside.
Living her life.
And that's cool. I mean, they're young, but that's something they need to communicate is the word for them. Communicate.
I think that was their word for this episode.
That was their word. Communicate.
I did make a note. I was like, Brianna got a little bit of OCD on top of this bossiness, and I kind of feel bad for Vincent. But he,
Yeah, so you're leading me to my last point, and I'm going to end scene on them because I don't even want to tell you who I'm going to have next on my list. But yeah, so Brianna and Vincent, they move into the apartment, bring their stuff, they go visit their apartments. I don't really think that was really necessary to show these days. I really feel like they're dragging the episodes out. Maybe it's just me. But it's really on day 8, people. Yeah. Day 8, people. Day 8. And I feel like we should be on day 18.
Well, it feels like that. But again, we'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah. So this was like, I want to celebrate. We're in a new place. We're married.
Champagne Vinny.
Champagne Vinny. And he opens the champagne and it spills it. That's what champagne, that's what happens. Clearly. And, I noticed after he does that, she's like, oh, he wasted on the floor. He gets the towel, he cleans it up, and she's like, oh, she's made some kind of nickname. Oh, some kind of Vinny. And I noticed right then and there, I said, oh, this is going downhill. Because there was a shift in energy. That is my note. Shift in energy after champagne spilled. Because
she said it, right? She asked him, is something wrong? Like, I kind of feel like the energy has shifted.
Yeah.
Because at that point, again, poor Champagne Vinny, like, he is over her. Her frostiness and her OCD. Like,
he was like, I need you to respect me. He was like, I don't like, he basically needs to tell her, I don't like your delivery. It's whack. I'm not your dog, basically. Like, I'm not your mom. You're not my mom.
Yeah, they have a lot.
Communicate is going to be the word for them. So, yeah, I'll do predictions last. We'll circle back. Oh, go ahead.
I low-key kind of think that Vincent overreacted just a little bit.
Oh, I didn't even say. So he left. He said, well, I don't even have to be here. I can go home.
Like, it escalated real quick because she was trying to have a conversation. Now, she was trying to talk about it. Now, one thing, I'm not married, but one thing that Brianna needs to learn, some things you might have to let cool off before you just hop in.
Especially with his type of personality, I think. Because he seems like he doesn't want to, it's like you're poking the bear. Like you're poking at me if I'm shutting down. But they're going to have to learn how to communicate. Their communication styles are off. Because he left. He didn't even stay there to. Yeah.
There was anything else on there?
No, that was pretty long. I'm gonna have to. No, that was it for them. I think if they learn how to communicate, they'll be good, right?
Yeah, I think they still have a lot to work through, which is understandable. We're 8 days in.
We're 8 days in, people.
So they're still learning each other. They just have to be patient with one
Exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna jump in. I might need to save them for last. I'm gonna circle back on my notes. I don't know who do you have next? Let's go with you. Who do you have next?
Okay. So actually, I have Claire and Ryan next on my
Oh,
list.
I don't have much for them anyway, because they.
So I have them on my list. However, I don't have any notes. I don't have any notes for them because I just feel like, I don't know, every episode, like I don't get much from them. I did agree with my brother Ryan when he said he's in the bed between 10:30. I can definitely, I see him. We see each other on that one.
And we definitely see each other on, I don't sleep with that TV on. No, she was like, I need to stay up till midnight, and no, sis, you need to go to bed.
Yeah, for them,
I don't have much for them either. I do think that Ryan is always positive. Patty, I love a positive Paul rather. I love that about him. But I can tell
they always, when they get asked how they're doing, they always like, oh, we're good. We don't have issues.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm like, skirt. Well, one, there's religion. Two, there's all these other factors, intimacy, and everything else under the sun.
That's what I have on here. I can tell the chemistry is good, but there's some difference. Okay, I said difference about the sleep schedule, but also I think they're attracted to each other, but they haven't consummated their marriage yet. And I thought
that confused me because last episode I could have sworn that
like we did something. I'm like, well,
Claire said that they.
But then he not tell you to be quiet.
Well, yeah, did she go running that mouth? And I guess she took the advice from last episode and closed that mouth, or maybe she didn't.
I can tell they like each other. I can tell they like each other, and that's okay. But yeah, they really didn't have anything going. Do they have dogs? No dogs. I don't think. No, she has a dog.
She does have a dog.
He does have a dog. But yeah, their religion, I'm surprised Pastor Cal really didn't harp in on that, being that he's a pastor. Like kids, they want to do what's the name? Vera and
Elton John.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think they, again, as we saw in the previews for next episode, that they're
gonna have some things to talk about. And that's the whole thing about this process. You're gonna have to talk. I'm not married myself, but I'm not gonna sit in the house and not talking. Especially being married at first sight.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We need to talk about everything, people. I'm sorry. We need to be staying up late, cutting off the TV and talking when the cameras are gone.
At the end of these 8 weeks, we might not have touched on everything, but I know
enough about you to know if I want to stay married to you.
Yeah, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. So yeah, I'm not much on Claire and Ryan. Again.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be okay. I mean, yeah, not much on. I have literally this much on them here in my notes. I guess I'll go next. Oh no, okay. Let's talk about Eric and Virginia. Oh, I don't know about these.
I'm just gonna start calling her AA because she needs it.
Yeah, it seems like every time she's on camera, we're always talking about drinking. Do you drink water?
The first thing she noticed in the apartment were the wine glasses. Like, girl, the wine glasses, come on.
Water is your friend. Water is your friend. So Eric is in this thing. He is very serious because he's been married before. So he's living with someone is going to be an adjustment. But he's excited about it. Virginia has 2 dogs and 2 cats. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. So, but the word for them, and I didn't give Clara and Ryan a word, but their word, Virginia and Eric, is compromise. Because neither one of them don't want to compromise.
That's true. But
because Virginia is always like, oh, well, I do this. I do that. I drink my Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But also, too, is Eric willing to compromise? Because he has that whole conversation with Pastor Cal after they moved into the apartment, the whole friend thing. Now, I see where he was going with it, but I don't know. I have guy friends. But I'm not spending the night at their house though. Now I'm not doing that. So I can see where he was kind of going with that. But
you know, it's no, like my parents, like, of course they're older, but my mom is not about to spend the night.
Yeah, like
you know, one of her male friends.
No, that's a little bit too much. Yeah.
So Virginia, she's still young, and she still has young-minded tendencies, like
hence the drinking.
The drinking, and then the whole, you know, I guess she called herself trying to call Eric overprotective, from a sense of, you know, him, you know, telling her to be careful and asking her to text him when she gets to her destination.
Isn't that why the whole reason why you signed up?
This is you no longer, we all are accountable to somebody. You especially, because you are now married to this man.
You're gonna have to communicate.
Like that, you know, he's concerned about you.
And that's a good thing.
So, you know, I do feel like, you know, Eric kind of throws jabs a little bit and slights her, you know, like the comment he made about her never living with anybody.
Yeah, we know you were married, Eric. We know.
And, you know, I think he should, instead of like undermining her because she's never experienced something before, you know, kind of leaving those comments out of it and just, you know, accept her for what she is and what she brings to the table. And it may not be, you know, some of the same things that he brings to the table, which is fine. But yeah, I just need Virginia to, she be making me
she's up here with the drinking, and she needs to come down here. And not only that, just some of the like things she says, like it's just, I don't know, like the compromise. They're gonna have to work on that, because she was just like, she's set in her ways already at 26, and I'm in my 30s, and I know I'm set in my ways, but girl, you signed up.
Yeah, I did make a note that Eric's place was nice. Like the bachelor pad was nice.
Eric's bachelor pad was nice.
Eric's bachelor.
Yeah, but yeah, then she was like, "Oh, I don't know about living here." I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, so what does she do? Does anybody know? If you know, people, drop it down in the comments. Please let me know what Virginia does for work, because they have yet to say. And does she sit at home, talk to her friends all day, or? I mean, I wish.
It must be nice. That's all.
It must be nice. Please, somebody let me know what her occupation is.
I've not said yet, so that's a good question. Y'all let us know in the comments.
Yes, please let us know.
For Virginia and Eric, you know, their conversation with Pastor Cal, you know, Pastor Cal kind of lost me a little bit when he talked about this house band. I'm like, oh, never heard that.
Okay, I don't remember that. But...
Well, yeah. So, but yeah,
I think I was so flustered for all the other foolishness that was going on. I couldn't even really like give them my full attention.
Yeah. I really don't think they have much going on this season. This episode.
Yeah, it was kind of like a filler, I think.
There's Virginia. There's gonna be some alcohol or something involved, but but
yeah. So who do you want to save for last? I think we should save the crazies for last, and let's talk about Haley and Jacob. I don't have much for them. Oh, pause. I do. I'm telling a story.
I was gonna say,
Jacob is coming in.
Not about the BS. He is not with the BS.
He's not with it. He like missed me with it.
He's not.
He accuses Haley of having a boyfriend, seeing someone else, talking to someone else. Okay, so let's pause. So she was wrong. I'm gonna say she was wrong. You guys let me know if you disagree or agree, but she was wrong for doing that in Las Vegas.
So I will say, I don't know if y'all watch Unfiltered, but I did watch Unfiltered, and it's not me siding with Haley because Haley was in the wrong. I don't care.
Yeah, he was in the wrong. Yeah.
But according to little Miss Haley, it was actually a quote unquote girls' night they were supposed to have, And so she goes to Virginia's room, and Eric's like, oh, well, I want to tag along. And then they go get Claire, and Ryan sees that Eric's tagging along. And Ryan's like, oh, well, Eric's here. I'll tag along too.
Oh, my God.
And so that was her explanation behind how it turned from a girls' night to
She ain't got a cell phone number?
being included.
She don't have a cell number?
Then in my mind, I'm thinking, so again, why she couldn't, go back to the room and get him? But then why would you then kind of run? Why would y'all run? Like, that's childish when y'all saw him. Like, that was wrong. I don't care how you slice it, that was wrong.
Yeah, that was totally wrong. I totally agree. What else happens with them? Of course, they see each other to places. They have 4 dogs combined. Oh my God. Do y'all like pets like that? And I'm sorry, I keep going back to it, but I don't. Like, my family, like, we have 2 pets, one's inside and one out, but who's having 4 dogs in a 2-bedroom apartment?
Well, Jacob's dog, I can't remember if it was his big dog or which dog it was. Heck, it's so many dogs. Jacob's dog said he was about that life. He was about to.
And so was Jacob, because, so let me give them a word. He said, I told the experts, he's like, I need somebody who's going to be accountable for your actions, and I need somebody I'm going to trust. He made that very clear to her. And she was just like, I don't know. Like, she was just not giving me be accountable. If you really, that was really the issue when you were coming in, or you just randomly, the guys just randomly came, you could have called your husband or sent him a text message. You guys have each other's numbers, I hope, on this honeymoon in Las Vegas. Well, you could have knocked on his door.
First of all, Jacob, again, I'm not defending Haley in no way.
It sounds like you are, friend.
Not because, I have strong opinions about Haley, and she did my boy Jacob wrong.
She did him wrong. I really think he's trying. I do think they're kind of like
there's a huge but, howsoever, people should have not automatically assumed that it was, she had another boyfriend or whatever he was upset about.
Yeah.
Communication, like, let's talk about it. Jacob did expose, and he explained it a little later in the episode, but
he apologized.
What was he apologizing for?
I guess his tone. I guess they were yelling. I'm assuming they were yelling.
Apologize for her role in it.
Accountability. No. That is her word that she needs to work on, accountability, being accountable for your actions, because it takes 2 to tango, people. To me, anyway. But hey, who am I?
It does.
So they have their, this is something I wrote down. This whole 80s thing with Jacob is really, really weird. I'm trying to give my man Jacob some points, because I think he's really trying, and I can tell he's very, he's different. I think it's the word I'm going to use, which is a nice word. So this whole 80 thing, she was just like, what is this? Like, in his place, like, even when he went to her place, he was like, oh, these glasses are very 80. Like, this is very 80.
And I'm like, Jacob, that word is not for you.
What did he say?
He called her Mama Karen. He was like, when he
like, oh my God. Now, Jacob, I'm trying to root for you. That ain't it.
Yeah, I was like, no. Okay. But I don't know why I was expecting, as much as Jacob talked about his place in this whole beach oasis, he
got some sand out there.
Constructed. I was ready to see Aruba when we went to, like,
they showed us that in the very, very beginning. He had sand out there so his dogs can go play in it. That's it.
I was ready to see, I don't know,
I didn't see anything.
I was surprised.
Haley is not with that. Now, I agree with her on that. That whole 80s thing, you're going to have to come on to 2021, baby. Or 2020, I guess that's the year.
I don't think it's an issue with him liking the 80s era. I think the issue is him talking about it so much. But Haley using that as an excuse of why she drew back from him, well, because you had been, like, reeling back from him. So
after you guys were intimate,
as an excuse, like, Okay, Haley, you're reaching a little bit, but
yeah,
okay.
she really is gonna have to really try and really figure out why the experts matched them. I think because she is really turned off, I think, by the whole 80s thing, by the whole just everything. I honestly think from last week's episode, she slept with them and she didn't like it.
Well, I feel like it's like a ping pong. Like I never know.
Yeah.
Like I can, like when they were in Vegas and they went to dinner, I was like, okay, well, she's opening up. She's got her little glasses. I was like, okay, Haley, you're like, you know, okay. And then, you know, it's like this back and forth with her. And I'm like, you know, it's somebody out there who would love to have Jacob. So if you don't want to, sis, then just say that. Like, just say that. Yeah. So I don't know with them. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see as the season progresses with them. Like you just said, you don't know. I definitely don't know. I can't call it with them. It's too early. If I were to call it right now, I'd be like, they both saying no. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know. I literally wrote snooze fest. I don't have anything for them. So, well, guys, I'm gonna save not the best for last, the worst for last, people. Chris and Paige. I mean, I think I stopped writing because I got so agitated and annoyed with them. So, as you all know, if you skip whatever we had to say, you want to just hear me talk about Chris and Paige, this is it. So, Paige, I can't even get it out. Paige is alone, arrives back in Atlanta alone.
Strike one. Let's go back to the plane ride. They didn't even sit beside each other.
They didn't?
They didn't sit beside each other, but they had a seat in between them. But I digress. Go ahead.
That's a good point. I didn't even notice that because I don't even really like to look at them two on my screen, honestly. I mean, I honestly want to fast forward them.
Well, I just knew we were going to get, like, this was our episode where we didn't have to see Dodo's face. I should say Dodo number one.
Because, yeah, we'll get there.
And Paige, girlfriend, you are the literal definition of it's all or nothing. What in the world? But we go.
We're gonna get there. I don't know how much time we're at, so we're gonna get there. So Paige moves into the apartment alone. Chris tells her, I need to go to Chicago to figure some things out, meaning he needs to go talk to his ex-fiance, who, by the way, is pregnant. If you don't know, you have not been watching.
Is she pregnant though?
Well, on the show, she's pregnant, okay? 6 weeks. Mind you, we only on day 8, people. Maybe I should name this episode Day 8. I don't know. Or the honeymoon's over. I don't know. So Paige is alone, okay? And she's basically, they really didn't show her a lot till he came back from Chicago, because everybody else is going to visit the apartments. All the other couples are going to visit the apartments. And she, you know what, I can't even talk.
Well, she's like, okay. Because with them, we just got to break it down scene by scene because they are.
Yeah, let's break it down scene by scene with them. Yeah.
So she's at the apartment alone, and she's talking in this baby voice, which I hate. You know how somebody just so giddy and they're like,
oh yeah, and I just don't know where.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna let him have his space and take some time apart. Girl, y'all been married for 8 days. How much time apart he need?
He's trying. The whole point of this Married at First Sight is trying to get to know this person.
Together.
You gotta go home you gotta go to Chicago.
You need a break already after 8 days. That's a red flag, but let her tell it it's a yellow flag because go ahead.
So yeah, basically, I mean, I really feel like they didn't show her a lot in between that time because they were showing the other couples because they were going through the process like adults and showing each other the apartments. Going through that.
Was why we won't go get much of Dodo this episode.
And okay, so pause.
Let him be. We don't need to see him. We don't need to hear from him. We don't care if we made it to Chicago
Paige
safely.
care.
So,
Paige care.
none of that.
Paige
Just
care.
enjoy your time with your baby mama in Chicago, and yeah, let us be over here in Atlanta.
Paige cares, people. For what reason, I don't know. I guess because she's been. Anyway, I'll pause on that. I'll say that.
It was ordained. It was in God.
I want them to stop bringing the good Lord into this because he does not want this to be Paige. He doesn't want this. This is a lesson. It's either gonna be a lesson or a blessing, and baby, you are the lesson. You are not the blessing.
Yeah, I just every scene with Paige, she was on my nerves. Like she was on my nerves.
Yeah, so Chris eventually does come back and he wanna talk with his mic off.
Hold on, you don't want to film.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to film, you're right. He doesn't want to film.
Who in Lifetime is a dummy for
doing? Yeah, I guess they're trying to get them their privacy, but we hear it now.
You signed this contract, so you go to cameras, figure it out.
So Chris, they won't allow them to film. Chris basically tells her, "I want to get back with my ex-fiance, and I want a divorce."
Hold on, but what divorce attorney lawyer he didn't talk to? Like,
oh, he did say that to Pastor Cal. I'm like, boy, you probably looked it up on Google. Stop. Because he just looks stupid. I hate to use that word because it's really not nice, but he's an idiot.
All right, so he tell Paige he wanted a divorce. Like, how she react? Like,
So Paige goes off when she talks to the producer. She said this and at this. I'm gonna talk to Pastor Cal, and that's it. I'm gonna let him have it. I said, okay. So she done.
Air it all out.
Yeah, she said she gonna air it all out. It's done.
We ready.
What she do?
Well, where was this energy, Paige, when this man told you?
Well, Pastor Cal, I'm like Pastor Cal.
Where was this energy when he said, I'm not attracted to you? Where was this energy when he said, my ex-fiance that I just broke up with last night is 6 weeks pregnant? Like, where was this energy when he told you that any wedding money or presents that y'all got?
But I don't want a joint bank account.
Like, where was this energy, sis?
It was not there.
That man is a manipulator over that girl, but
yeah, he's definitely that's a perfect word for him. I think he's definitely a narcissist, master manipulator. If you want to look up any of those traits, Chris is it. Just run for your life. So they finally meet with Pastor Cal. Oh, I'm sorry. Paige finally meets with Pastor Cal. Thank you for keeping me on track.
She had on that good blue jumpsuit with her. I said, oh, sis had to get cute. She knew her boo was coming later. Because you can't tell me.
He have them.
We're going to get to him.
Yeah, so, Pastor Cal was like, is Chris coming? What's been going on? Basically, Paige is telling him what's been going on the whole night, that they have been intimate. He told her intimate on wedding night and intimate the next day, the next morning. And then you having an anxiety attack. You trying to come with these crocodile tears. I didn't see any tears coming out, did you?
Girl, both of them need an Oscar.
Yeah, at this point, I really think they're acting at this point.
This is just not.
They're acting. I've watched Married at First Sight for a while now, and I don't know, they don't need ratings, so I don't know what they are doing, per se.
It's bad.
It's really, really bad. Like,
it's probably beyond.
Day 8.
I mean, I guess Lifetime and Married at First Sight said, we gave y'all New Orleans, we about to shake it up. That was too, y'all like that too much. Y'all like New Orleans too much. We got to shake it up.
Exactly. Y'all like normal people. Yes, we do.
But here's the thing. So my whole issue with this scene with Pastor Cal and Paige is like, Pastor Cal is looking like this is his first time hearing this information when we all know it ain't.
Yeah, yeah. Because it doesn't make sense. It really just does not make sense. And Pastor Kyle was just shaking his head. He got the man stressed. He said that's BS. Everything that Paige is telling him is BS. I said, oh, he wants to curse.
He said it one time, but he said it 2 times. I said, okay.
I mean, he literally has his glasses on his forehead at this point.
So I mean, well, did you sleep with him, Paige? I mean, how often were y'all?
Ooh, I might need to go pour a glass. Oh God.
Well, it was kind of every day.
Let me go to her verse. We've pretty much been intimate every day, but to this point. What? But he told you he wasn't attracted to you, sis. I'll wait. I don't understand. At this point,
to me is that not only was she lowering her standards to I don't know but she was having raw dog sex with this man every single day. First of all, the man looked crusty.
He don't look like he.
I wouldn't even let him touch me.
No.
Let alone raw dog, like
nah, dog. Nah. And why would you be raw dogging him? You want to back? Oh, this is what got me. She was like, oh, his dad was talking about a honeymoon baby. I'm like, oh my God. What am I watching?
She laughed. I'm like, girl, this is not.
It's not good. It's not cute, sis.
Like you're letting this. Trying to think of a nice word.
There is no really nice words for him. I mean, he's a jerk.
You on national TV in front of the entire world.
You make him look like a fool. You're letting him be a fool. Make a fool out of you.
You can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves.
Come on, somebody.
That's how I feel about Paige. Like
at this point, I felt bad for her in the beginning.
It's just all of America is upset, but I'm like, at this point, this is she's choosing to listen. Like she's choosing this, and so that's where I no longer feel bad for Paige.
Agree.
Because she's willingly choosing to accept it.
Yeah.
And so and I say I feel bad for her because I will agree with her. She really did get the short end of the stick. She came into this process like
she did
100%, wanting to give it 100%. Yeah. And this again, it's all or nothing. That's this. But like at some point, girl, you gotta throw in the wave the flag, throw in the towel, like
going home. Once I would have found out that information I found in Vegas, put me in another room. I'm going home, and that's it. Go talk. You already told me when we were packing it up that you don't want anybody else raising your child. Like it's just so many instances where she's had the opportunity to run for her life.
This man just told her that he was now attracted to her.
Oh yeah, he's like this whole playing on faith, and it's not cool.
It's disgusting.
It's really disgusting because there's probably somebody that really would be that for Paige, that is spiritually connected with her and has the same type of faith of her as her and has these great values. But you whispered in my ear. So we not there? We're not there? Okay. So he shows up.
So God, with the tie-dye shirt coming down the hall.
And the Jordans. And you said she had on a blue outfit and she was looking good for who?
Yeah, because she knew Bay was coming.
You think she knew?
The producers knew that he was coming. They knew that he was.
Yeah, you're right. They knew. He was like, "What's up?" He did what my boy Matt did back in I can't think of the season back in Charlotte season. What's up? What's up?
Like what?
What you mean? What's up?
This man walked in like he was fresh off work.
Nah. Well, you right, cause that little franchise he that's gone now. He could wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, they talk, and I don't even remember. At this point, I'm fuming because I can't even think of what they're even talking about. Because
so it was at this moment.
I see you got the glass.
I wanted to jump through the screen and like punch Chris in his face.
Oh, I'm remembering now. Because I literally said Chris shows up late, ... And I said Chris, and I
not only was he late, but he has a smirk, a smile on his face. Like he knows what he's doing.
Oh, he definitely knows.
He knows what he's doing.
It's the audacity for me.
And he's doing it for a reason. Like, this is a game to him.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, absolutely. It's definitely a game to him. It's a joke.
I
can't say that and this, that, and the third. He was trying to say that he really hasn't.
Smirk. I'm like,
yeah, we would have been fighting. Not violence.
It was so irritating. It was so frustrating. It was so like,
it was disgusting to watch.
Because it's like, oh my God, like what?
Like, are you even thinking, like, at this point, are you even thinking about what you're saying before you spit it out of your mouth? Like, you need to stop and think. Maybe the word for them, I can't even think of a word for them, a good word for them. Maybe stupidity, maybe definitely accountability comes back, because Paige, you're gonna have to take some accountability in this. You are choosing to stay in this marriage and let him mistreat you and disrespect. Okay, let's use the word respect, because Chris needs to find some. And Paige needs to find something to respect herself, because she doesn't respect herself at this point. She doesn't respect herself.
Probably herself. She definitely has some self-esteem issues, because
he's not cute. I'm sorry. What y'all think in the comments? I want to know. Y'all think this man is attractive? Because his personality is trash. His face, like, he's not. What are we holding on to?
She's willing to just
accept anything.
As if, she's just to a point where he's the last man on earth and she just wants to
No, she's successful. She's an accountant. Accounting is hard, y'all. I took it about 2-3 times. Let me tell you something. She has her own house, and I know that's not easy. She has her own house. She rents her own house. Like, she has stuff going for herself. So I don't get what are we holding on to, Paige? It's all or nothing. That means it's nothing. Because
see how, like, this is not, people can't even put this on production spending this or acting it a certain way. Like,
no.
Like, I know, like, last season, like, now listening to some of the interviews with Karen and Miles, we saw one thing on TV, but they're like, well, we really had a connection off camera.
Okay.
I don't even see that. I can't even picture that.
It makes me sick to my stomach.
I can't even picture that being the case for Paige and Chris. Like,
what is there, like, what's bringing y'all together?
I say that for the simple fact of, because in my mind, it takes me a long time to process this, y'all. But in my mind, I'm like, what is happening behind the scenes, off camera, on camera? What is happening for her to just be? I'm confused.
It's the fact that she is sleeping with this man, and she thinks that that's gonna create some type of connection. And
I know it ain't that good.
This man got on a plane and went to Chicago, sweetheart, when you're supposed to move into your apartment. It's nothing else to talk about, sir. So can we get there now? So then, this is what I was talking about. So then he leans over to Paige while they still talking with Pastor Cal and whisper some sweet nothings in her ear. And my girl Paige is like, this is like,
well, this was after Pastor Cal left, because if I was Paige, Chris would have been leaving.
Oh yeah, that is right. You're right. This is after they left, because Pastor Cal doesn't really have much to say. I feel like he's really not giving me anything. Like,
he told us, he like, I do not advise Paige to stay in this
marriage. Yeah, But Paige wants to stay. You know, she thinks this is from the good man above. It is not.
So have we noticed that we have not seen Paige's family or any of Paige's support systems since like,
that's a good point. Yeah.
Not even a matchmaking episode, but I think it was like it wasn't a matchmaking episode. Maybe it was episode when they, let them know that they found them match. Like in the wedding. I'll say the wedding.
But after that, you're right. Yeah.
Like we haven't seen any of her support system, any of her family. I mean, if Paige ain't got no real friends, because if my friends was talking to my husband at my reception and he's saying all the things that Chris was saying at that reception to her friends,
I would have had to pull you to the side, sweetheart.
And the sad thing about it is Paige had to live this in real time when they were filming. And she's now having to
watch
relive it again. But again, like I said, like a little slither of me feels bad for Paige, but at this point it's a choice. But
I feel like she thinks like something she says or does is going to change his mind. And I'm like, it's not. It's not. It's not. And I say that with a smile because I'm just like, it's cringe-worthy. It's like kind of like, ooh, like I can't even take this seriously. I can't even take you seriously, Chris. You telling me what's my ear talking about? You think you might be falling in love with me? How did
he's scared? He's scared to fall in love. And here she go.
Don't tell me that. Yeah.
Like,
and so at the end when she I don't know why did she walk him out? That was strange. Like,
first of all, why was his luggage in her car? That's first things first.
I don't know, girl.
And then she's just like standing. She's just like, well, in her confessional, she's like, well, I don't know.
I don't know where this leaves us now.
He whispered sweet little nothings in my ear, and
it's like throw up in my mouth.
And I'm like, no, girl, stop it.
No.
Have some decency and some respect about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I will be by myself to the end of the earth rather than putting up with this BS.
Come on. Yes. It's just not worth it.
Like, she was standing there like a little lost puppy, like.
And I'm like, do you think he was like coming back up or like, what are you doing? Like, go home, sis. Go home.
He literally sped off because he's like, I don't know if you've seen the memes or the tweets, but it's like he has literally pulled out all the stops.
Oh.
And I think part of me is like, and he's looking like it's like a screenshot where he was going to his car with his luggage.
Oh no! Nice.
I literally pulled out like they're like he's literally pulled out all of his F-boy like tricks, and she still like won't leave. And people are saying
smitten by him.
Well, people are saying that the whole baby thing, is it really real? He just kind of did that, so that could
out of the marriage. That's even worse. That's even 10 times worse.
So she would exit it, but it's literally like this man has like effed you over time and time and time and time and time again, and you're still just like, oh, because what? She ain't new to this. She true to this, boo.
And that, people, is all I don't have anything else to give on that note. Yeah, no. Whew, that was a lot. Yeah, I don't know what to say about, like, do you have any predictions for next week's episode as far as the couples?
I am excited to. This does feel like the longest season ever. Usually when they move in, they have like the friends and this. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're dragging this out because of COVID. They have to be.
I am excited to see the whole family friends dynamic when they,
yeah,
friends and family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm curious to see the resolve between Brianna and Vincent, kind of like.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how that. I think they're gonna. My prediction. I think they're gonna be okay. I think one of his friends in the previews was like, you don't want to lose a good woman. They're just going to have to learn how to communicate. That's what it comes down to. And I did notice with Claire and Ryan that she trying to consummate this marriage. Like, Sis trying to get it in. Like, everybody else has consummated their marriage. Even
she's ready.
She said she's sexually frustrated.
Everybody has consummated their marriage. Really.
Yeah, this season they're like, why not? We in COVID. What I got to lose? What do I have to lose?
Never disappoints. No matter what franchise it is, what Atlanta is going to Atlanta.
That part. Yeah.
But, as far as next season, next episode, the dagger for me, of course, and I really hate to keep talking about them, and I know that's why everybody's kind of watching this season.
Yeah.
But this man literally had the audacity, this man being Chris, to first if I was Paige, his number would be blocked, but that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that next week. Call her and ask and tell her that he wants to have a sit down with him and his ex-fiance / baby.
They both agree.
He actually obliges and goes to sit down.
And I'm surprised the ex-fiance is agreeing to this, because I would be like, no.
Well, the people are saying that this is a whole publicity stunt on Chris's part and the ex-fiance's part. So I don't know how true that is. Wow. I like to listen to multiple reviews, and I gather people that are
yeah.
The people are saying that word on the street is that Chris and I believe the alleged fiance's name is Mercedes. Yeah. The people are saying that this is a publicity stuff, but I don't know. I to your point,
I'm going with that, because this is just getting kind of ridiculous. I feel like everybody else's situation has been kind of, it's been true, been pretty much forthcoming and honest, but this right here, we're being pumped.
When they, I don't know how you submit nominations for Oscars and
we need to do it to the man, what is, I can't think of this right.
I just want them to get their credit. I want them to be recognized.
I guess it's something else, but yeah, they need an award. No,
I guess I'm gonna keep hanging on this season.
Yeah, I really think as far as a whole episode, as we come to a close, I feel like this is a filler episode. Like, we could have really done without them. Like, that whole, and people, how y'all feel about these 5 couples still? I know I'm still on that. I'm not gonna let it go. Can't we get 4 couples? I don't want to watch 5 couples. That's 10 people to keep up with. I gotta keep up with their name. I gotta keep up what they do.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Lifetime. We need to go back to 4.
We OG, Married at First Sight.
OG in this, okay?
Yeah.
So,
How far this is the most trash season, but in going back and looking at the old seasons, I'm like, dang, Married at First Sight is just taking a whole different.
They're doing things differently. I guess they try to switch things up, which I get. But this whole, I don't care about what they got in their apartment. I don't care. Yeah. It was a filler episode, so I think like this is a filler episode for next week's episode, a setup for the foolishness, the drama that we all love to see, especially with
Dodo 1 and Dodo 2.
Yes, thank you.
It's still 6 more weeks to decisions.
Day 8, people. Day 8. Literally, maybe day 9. Did they even get to day 9?
I think they did get to day 11, but you know what? Like, it's to the point where I'm literally gonna need to like schedule an appointment with my therapist.
I don't blame you. This is a lot.
Like, this is like.
Yeah, and to see I'm sorry, I'm going back to Chris and Paige, but to see a successful young African-American woman put herself in this type of position and to continue to put up with the disrespect, like, that's really big with me. I'm not letting nobody disrespect me. I don't care who you are. So to see her do that, it's just really disheartening, because first of all, why did y'all, like you said, she was set up to fail. It's just not cool. And then now she's like okay with it because she wants to play it on faith. No, I want to shake her. No.
Well, one thing that I do hope and wish for her is that as she's kind of going back through, and if I was her, I probably couldn't watch it.
I would watch it, no.
But I hope that this experience has taught her something, because the more disheartening thing would be if she's gone through all this and she still hasn't like learned from this whole process and experience.
Yeah.
So I hope that, you know, she's at least learned something from this. I hate that she felt like she had to take on all of this.
Yeah. Keep on going. Keep on, you know, because if after next week, after she meet with the ex-fiance, that's it for me. I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm going to have to watch the next day and fast forward. Yeah. Shout out to DVR. It's a blessing.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I have enjoyed chatting with you.
Me too. Thanks, girl, for coming on and chatting and doing this with me. I really appreciate it. This was fun.
Come back and chat next week and
yes,
all that good stuff. So, where can the people follow you, sis?
You can follow me on Instagram, Cesarific, CES, and then Rific. So CESIRIFFIC. So I have to spell it for you guys. And on Twitter, same handle for each and every one. So let me know your thoughts. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next week. Bye.